let me ask you something no one ever asks out loud. Why is it that the most spiritually sensitive people, ones with the deepest intuition, were so often born into the most toxic families? And if the universe is so wise, why place these souls in such painful environments? What if I told you it wasn't a mistake? What if the very thing you've spent your whole life trying to escape was the exact condition required for your awakening? We think spiritual growth comes from meditation retreats, candles, and peaceful gardens. But the truth is harsher and far more beautiful. Real awakening comes through fire. It comes when everything you depended on collapses. When the people who were supposed to love you become the source of your deepest wounds. When you're forced to look within, because the outside world offered nothing stable to hold on to. If you were born into a perfect family of calm, loving, harmonious, you would have never questioned anything. You would have never gone inward. You would have coasted through life half asleep. But a toxic family forces the opposite. It gives you friction. It makes you confront madness so clearly that something inside you says, no, this is not love. This is not who I am. That moment, that refusal to repeat the pattern, is the birth of awakening. Your family was the grain of sand in the oyster. Painful, irritating, impossible to ignore. And slowly, silently, through years of confusion, tears, and questioning, you built a pearl inside yourself that people born into easy lives will never know. The wisdom you carry didn't come from books. It came from surviving chaos, from learning what love is not, until you could finally understand what love truly is. And here's the part most people never see. Your family wasn't toxic because of you. They were wounded because they were raised by the wounded. And so were their parents. And their parents before them. Generations of pain handed down like a cursed inheritance. Until it reached you. And you said, this ends with me. That's why you're different. That's why you were placed in that storm. Not to suffer, but to awaken. Not to repeat the pattern, but to break it. You learned boundaries, self-respect, discernment, inner strength, and things many people never develop because they never had to. Your suffering forced you to become conscious. It pushed you inward. And in going inward, you found your true self. Listen carefully. Your toxic family was the darkness that forced you to find your own light. The wind that forced you to grow deep roots. The question that forced you to seek the answer. And now you stand as living proof that cycles can be broken. That awakening is real. And that transformation is possible. Not despite your past, but because of it. This is why you were placed exactly where you were placed. Not to be broken, but to become whole.